Well, the one thing I would have to say that I never raised my son to, that N word. It's just a word, baby. You can't let people use words to get you to knock you off your block, And there was a time in high school where it happened, and there was a little tussle, but it wasn't because of that word. So when they went and they sat down, the guy actually tried to jump on Marcell, but he stood up to defend himself, and in standing up to defend himself, the guy was knocked down. So he wasn't black. So and he went to a predominantly white school. So what does that look like?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so he gets sent. They both go to the office, and thank God the dean she's an amazing woman, and she called me. I never forget. I was in New York, and she's like, I had to bring Marcell in the office, and I'm like, oh God, what did this boy do? And I never had issues with him in school, so I was nervous. And she said, when we had this incident happen where names were being called, thrown back and forth, and the other kid was Asian actually. And, you drink Kool-Aid and y'all eat fried chicken. And Marcell's like, no, fried chicken actually causes cholesterol, so we don't fried chicken. And we don't drink Kool-Aid because that's just sugar water and no nutritional value, so you're wrong. So then it got heated. And I think the guy thought the N-bomb was going to make him. And I think that's what the dean thought. So she saved that word to last. And this is her telling me the story. She's like, and I thought she went through the whole list of names that were being tossed back and forth. And she said, then I got to the N word. And I braced myself. And she said, the poise that your son showed, I am just so, he taught me something. Mm. I released the tension. I was like, thank God. She said, was it the N word? And Marcell said, no, that's just a word. It means you're ignorant. That has nothing to do with the color of my skin. And I was like, yes. Yes.
And he's in his mid-20s now, right?
Yeah, he's 24. Yeah, about to be 25. I can't believe it. Can't believe it.
Wow, that must be a sense of accomplishment.
Yeah.
That's great.
He has a really good heart. It's just hard to know that the world can pick him out and turn him into a monster at any given moment. And that's what I fear. That's something that I carry I think every black mother does, All parents worry about their kids, but then when you see the news and you see people getting off or killing, innocent children with no weapon, it's like,
yeah,
that doesn't exempt my son.
And Marcell's father,
yes.
It's very moving. He passed away, but there was a lot of forgiveness that had to go on there, and he turned out to be a good influence.
Well, what I learned from my mom is that you don't put the father down. Your relationship that you had with the husband or the father of your child has nothing to do with that relationship, the father's relationship and the child. You step outside of that. That's not your business. And a damaging thing would be to put your father down, to put their father down to them. That's a horrible, damaging thing to do. That is not your job to play God and come in between that relationship. Two people laid down and had that child. It is your job to be a mother. Now you let that fight. Now if he messes up, that's on him. The child will find out. It is let the child find that out. Because what could happen is it could backfire. You could speak all these horrible things about this kid's father. You got to remember, this is still the child's father. And their relationship is different from yours. And let it be.